Hello, fellow humans. This is Lots of Hope. Welcome to this episode of The Living Journey, where we escape and explore a life in an alternate universe. Before we start, please make sure you are in a safe space, can and will do nothing but to relax while you are listening. Thank you for your support. Now, let's decompress. Charon's Obol. Time cannot heal all wounds, but nobody had told you that some pain will still be as fresh and as gut-wrenching as the first day. Since losing your mother, you haven't been able to be as carefree as before. Like a ship without its anchor, you try to keep the voyage steady, but a random event can trigger a tsunami of emotional flooding. Like one day when you were in the mall, seeing a mother trying to teach her kid to pay for the parking at the kiosk. Seeing the mother almost losing her patience, guiding the tiny hand to scan the barcode, suddenly reminded you. You and your mother used to come to the same shopping mall and argue about the necessity of your purchases when she criticized your choice of wardrobe, the tears rolling down your eyes as you pray to hope that the kid knows, even if the mother loses her temper, or when the kid grows older and starts to have meaningless arguments with the mother, she will always be the anchor, supporting, protecting, and loving until her last breath. As life moves on, you have grown more sophisticated. As you decided to clean out your own wardrobe before organizing your mother's curios, you sorted the items that you had stopped wearing, folding them carefully, packing them up into a large black trash bag, thinking that when you go to the supermarket, passing by the Salvation Army donation bin, you will donate your old clothing. You can hear your mother talking by your ears, telling you that you should have not brought these clothes. They don't fit you. They don't look good on you, but you should keep them because you had brought them. Resignedly you sighed, with a bitter smile, wishing that you could hear her most annoying and aggravating logic once again. 1 minute, she's criticizing you for eating too much and are gaining weight. The next minute, encouraging you to eat more fish because it's extremely nutritious. You had no idea when you had grown so sentimental. Remember watching the news with your mother as she commented that hurricane victims losing their family photos as extremely tragic. You didn't understand her, thinking that they could take more photos in the future. Yet now, you are staring at the photos in the photo albums, carefully scanning each and every piece into your computer, backing them up with a hard drive, loading them into your phone to make sure that you'll never lose your memories of her. And of course, most of the time, you felt normal and good. You can finally talk to your friends about your mother, rolling your eyes when you were reminded that she allowed you to leave the house after the week before you came home too late, and forgetting that she had grounded you. Laughing at her crazy life stories with genuine joy when your relatives took you down memory lane. When you were reminded of a gold coin that she collected during a family reunion, you remembered that she had told you that the coin is magical. You laughed with your cousins about it, and one of them, who had traveled the world, shrugged and told you that he had seen things that you wouldn't ever expect. On the day of your mother's birthday, You walked into the room where you stored all her stuff. Everything that she had ever owned had been boxed and categorized. Her clothing, her documents, her CD and DVD collections, along with 4 books. A couple of the boxes with her mugs and random tchotchkes. Suddenly, you had the urge to find the gold coin. What if the coin is really magical, as your cousin and your mother had described? You put down your wine glass on the floor. As all the boxes were stacked together, you removed the first box on top, peeled off the tape that held the box shut. When you opened the first box, you smelled the perfume that your mother always wore. Somehow, the scent still resides in her stuff. Having no idea how often she touched and cleaned these items to have a smell left on them. Feeling happy and sad at the same time, you carefully removed all the items from the box, laying them out around you as you tried to find the gold coin. By the time you found the small leather box that held the coin, you had been so exhausted. Ready to leave, you took your last sip of wine. Opening the small leather box, in the box, you saw a gold sand-casted great coin sitting delicately on a cushioned platform. As you tried to stand up, holding the coin box, you didn't expect your legs to be so numb, not realizing that you had been sitting on the floor for almost an hour. You lost your balance and the coin dropped out of the box. You didn't think much, closing the box and bending down to pick the coin up. You carefully walked out of the room. Your feet stepped among your mother's treasures, like avoiding landmines. By the time you left the room and walked back into your bedroom, you were completely drained, emotionally and physically. Leaving the dropped-off coin on top of the box, and left the box on top of your nightstand, next to another of your emptied wine glass. As you fell asleep, you couldn't help but wonder how pissed your mother would be if she saw you leaving glasses all around the place, your worn clothes on your dining room chair and your treadmill. You could almost hear her voice as you were falling asleep. If you're not doing cardio at home, you should not have brought the treadmill. Oh, and all my stuff on the floor? Unbelievable. When you woke up the next day, before opening your eyes, you stretched your body, spreading your arms and legs all over the mattress. As you took a deep breath, you could see the sunlight shining into your eyes through your closed eyelids, and you smelled fresh coffee and heard the sizzling sound of bacon. Feeling confused and panicked, you open your eyes. Somehow, your bedroom blinds had been rolled up. The sun shone through the clear windows, and you could hear the birds tripping around the leaves and dancing on the branches. You looked around the room. The room seemed to have been cleaned up, and the clothes sorted and folded up. Feeling even more confused as you looked to your nightstand, the emptied wine glass had been taken away. The gold coin that was on top of the leather box had disappeared. Jumping off the bed so fast, putting on the robe, grabbing your phone in one hand, ready to dial 911, as the other hand grabs an elephant-shaped wooden paperweight, quietly opening the door with the hand that's holding the phone, soundlessly walking out of the bedroom. Seeing the door with your mother's stuff being opened slightly, seeing her stuff still laying on the floor, you cautiously walk towards the kitchen, where the ventilation fan is working loudly and tirelessly. When you take a turn from the hallway, standing across the living room, in the kitchen, it's your mother, standing and cooking your breakfast. Like being electrocuted by thunder, your chin dislocated, and you couldn't close up. No matter how hard you try to move your paralyzed body, to move your arms, to close your jaw, you cannot believe what you are seeing with your own eyes. Being completely speechless, you breathe deeply, trying to calm yourself down. Your loud breathing is being covered by the loud fan and the sizzling pan. Finally, as she finishes cooking, the ghost of your mother finally sees you. "Oh, you're finally awake." Your mother criticized you. Somehow, you felt so familiar and felt so calm. Walking towards her as you put down the elephant and your phone on the console table, you get close to your mother with teary eyes, putting out your hands to try to confirm that she is really standing in front of you, in her flesh and bones. "You need to eat now. I don't have much time being back here. We have to clean out my stuff so you don't have to look at them anymore." Hearing her voice, criticizing you, but caring about you in her way, broke the camel's back. Losing all control, sobbing like a dam that had been rotted from its foundation, all the thoughts of you missing her concluded into a colic of the heart, expressing out like a baby's cry. You cannot believe your eyes and fingers, seeing and touching your mother. You try to ask her why and how she is back. Your eyes are filled with tears rolling down your cheeks. You cannot see her clearly, but you see her nodding her head, feeling her hands holding you into her chest, like she is telling you everything will be fine. When you finally sit on the chair and are finally ready to have your breakfast, so much time had passed as you eat eggs that had become cold, the bacon had become stiff, and the toast had dried up. But you can still taste the happiness and the longing and the love. Thinking so much every day what you will say to your mother if you ever see her again. Somehow, you have nothing to say. Just want to be with her longer, seeing her a little more. Yet, stubbornly, she left your side, going into the room that stores all her belongings, and started to clean up. You can hear her swiftly clean up things, packing them up. She even walked out of the room with your emptied wine glass. While washing the glass, she criticized you again, with so much care in her words. "I worry every day that you cannot take care of yourself. You don't know how to clean and keep your apartment organized. You need to do better." Normally, you would refute her, telling her that you actually work super hard. When you are home, you just want to relax. And in fact, once every week, you will clean your apartment fully, do loads of laundries together. But at this moment, you just want to hear her a bit more. You don't want to interrupt her and just want to hear her loving care in the most agonizing way. "I don't want to look down to you every day and just see your apartment being messy. You know I cannot help you clean anymore." She finally finished her speech, drying up your wine glass with the towel and leaving the glass on the rack to air dry. "Look how clean this apartment is, besides my room. We will need to sort out things. There are so many things that I want you to keep." When you finished eating, walking towards the room, worrying that your mother had disappeared again, you walked vigilantly. But when you hear your mother comfortably humming her favorite song, the breath that you've been holding on finally eased. Pushing the gapped door open, your mother turned around, with her favorite skirt suit ensembled in her hands, like a happy child who just dressed up her new Barbie. "Look how pretty they look on me. Then she holds the clothes in front of her body. You can only nod furiously, smiling with tears. You know you need to stop crying and start talking. Your mother says, "Are you okay?" You open your mouth, finally speaking. "I'm very good. I'm no longer in pain." She sounds relieved, but sighed. "But I constantly worry about you. Most of the time you are happy, but sometimes you are so sad. You need to learn to let go." That day, you spend the whole rest of the day with your mother, going through her boxes, like her classic self, wanting you to get rid of everything so you can move on. Yet, so loving almost every single piece of belongings that she wishes you to keep all of them. With her instructions, in one corner of the room, you set up a box for things that you want to keep. In the other corner, she set up a box for things that she wants you to keep. And between the two boxes, there is a box for things that you both want to keep. For only a short while, with your box being completely empty, with the box in the middle having some jewelries inside, and her box being completely full. You finally returned to your normal self and told your mother off. "You have too many things. You have too much stuff. Look over there. I cannot stand you. I'm not keeping so many things." "Then clean up, so I don't have to watch you daily, make myself nervous," your mother replied. The day went fast. Like a normal day, you and your mother have spoken so much, yet so little have been remembered. Most of the conversations toured around how she spends her time. She mentioned to you, even that you don't enjoy your job, you should still appreciate it because it's a steady job. Maybe pursuing your dream in your spare time. You want to tell her how much you miss her, so you hugged her. She patted your tight grip, telling you that she is with you all the time, that she is with you when you felt stressed about life. She is with you when you purchased your new car. At the dealership, she wished that you went and hit a gun after you signed the purchase agreement. "It's festive and fun," she told you, "and the salesperson likes you, thinks you are smart and hot." Knowing that in every step of the way, she is with you, you found comfort. Knowing that she is with you when you are bored, when you are happy, even when your heart aches or feeling lost. Your ship found its direction and anchor again. The beacon of light at night, guiding you back from the middle of the ocean, is always there. You don't know how or when you got to bed, but when you woke up the next morning, your mother had departed again. Seeing the letterbox on your nightstand, you reached out and opened the box. The box is still empty, and the coin was nowhere to be found. Walking out of your bedroom, as the birds still sung by your window, you saw all the stuff besides a box with some jewelries and some sentimental items had been all moved out. The kitchen had been cleaned up, the wine glasses had been put away, and the sound of your mother's voice is gone. Just a gentle scent of your mother's perfume still lingered in the air. It smelled really good. It is really comforting. Realizing that yesterday you had forgot to tell her happy birthday, you felt regretful. But knowing that she is with you all the time. You said, I know you can hear me. I love you. That's all for this episode of The Living Journey. I truly am grateful for your time. Feel free to leave your reviews. Please like, follow, or subscribe. Do share this show so we can grow together. Until next time, lots of hope. Signing out.